Good afternoon. Thanks for being with us. The South African Chamber of Commerce and Industry has said that, and I quote, reckless actions by political parties and unions should be universally condemned. That's in light of the upcoming protest action by the EFF on the 20th of March. Advocate Mtho, who is the president of SACCI, joins me now. Thanks so much for your time on SABC News this afternoon. So SACCI issued a statement essentially condemning the protest action on the 20th of March. Why?
Good afternoon, Zinga. I think what we are saying in the statement is that we fully respect the right to protest in a way that we've all agreed and defined that it must be planned and legally permitted, in a way that even those who are not part of the protest can expect its impact on society. What we are condemning is the call for a shutdown, which in essence is beyond the normal constitutionally allowed protest, because it plunges communities that are not part of the protest into a state of anxiety, because we do not know who's going to be affected. And obviously it brings about a cloud of intimidation and anxiety on people who may be dragged out of their businesses and their homes and be forced to be part of a protest that they may not necessarily subscribe to. So we are saying that a shutdown is actually effectively setting the scene for rendering the country ungovernable, and in the process harming people and property, which is beyond what is legally permitted as a protest that is legally and properly planned.
Where did SACCI, besides the use of the word shutdown, get that from? Because in the press conferences that we've been flighting on SABC News and in the news, there is quite a clear intention by Julius Malema and Zwelinzima Vavi to say that when this goes ahead, it's protest action and it's legal and it's peaceful.
I think over as the week has progressed, the tone of the organizers has toned down. But you know, the starting point when it was first announced in January and when it was intensified this month, it has always been referred to as a national shutdown, which the president of the EFF also referred to as a protest that has no formula. So in essence, they are saying that they are calling upon South Africans to take to the streets and shut down in any areas of society where they find themselves in, and because that they hope will put pressure that their demands be met. So it is a national shutdown. That is the official title that the organizers have given it. Obviously, as society has reacted, the organizers have tended to tone it down to try and bring it to what was supposed to be a legally prescribed protest. So a protest can go ahead in a way that is planned and predictable, and we know which areas will be affected so that other parts of society are not affected. But I think the national shutdown is exactly what the organizers are referring it to. And in practice, it may be a shutdown, and a shutdown is not a protest. It actually is, as Julius would say, a protest that has no formula.
One would argue, cynically perhaps, that the reason that SACCI is condemning this shutdown and protest action is that as an organization that represents the interests of business, you have a vested interest in an unequal economy. But my apologies for cutting this interview shorter.